Welcome to A Shumai. We are with Eric Joachim Stiller, founder and CEO Vivaldi, and the business brand advisor to lots of things and related to AI. We'll ask some vital questions related to AI worldwide and India too, which is most vital for Indian economy and our future too. Welcome
Thank you.
to A Shumai. My first question is, what do you think about AI related to world and transformation to present world?
The present world. I think that AI has, in the last 3 years, exponentially evolved due to the availability of large language models, as one example. And while the evolution has been gradual for a long time, November 2022 was significant because it made it available. So we are today at a point where AI is at a point of development where I believe huge opportunities exist for companies. That has to do, and that's not just a short-term development. We know that investments in AI is still significant. I think I read something about $1.4 trillion globally. And that suggests that this is a train that keeps going, and that's why I think we are here at this particular moment.
India currently is undergoing a dramatic shift in terms of AI-led business models.
Yes.
So what excites you the most about this transformative journey?
There are a number of things. Number one, India already is known as the back office of the global economy. And AI is one of those technologies that builds on that part. And so India has a natural advantage in terms of using AI in order to, and using its existing strengths and use the technology to build. Number two, AI is now not just a technology that is, let's say, a back office technology and enterprise technology. AI is a consumer technology. 800 million weekly users on ChatGPT alone, the fastest growing company ever. And that suggests that there are advantages that India can exploit that I think is unprecedented in terms of technology, in the technologies that I'm familiar with over the last 30 years.
So I am asking you two questions related to your answer. So you are thinking the future of AI in India is very good, very larger and very prosperous way.
Yes. Yes, exactly. For the very same reasons that when you think of AI, there's certain parts to that. Number one, there is the model development. India does not have an advantage in model development. Germany doesn't have an advantage in model development. Those foundation models that have been now built, the largest ones from OpenAI, from Anthropic, from Perplexity, Gemini from Google, those are now developed at a particular maturity that they can actually be used. If India would wanted to compete at that level, it would be not possible. It's not possible for Germany. It's most possible only for a few companies in few countries. This is now the point where there is a next level, namely the application. And application is where the advantage can be built. When you think of AI, there is number one, in terms of usage. One is the development of individual. I improve the newsroom. I improve my writing. That's better than my own writing with the help of ChatGPT, let's say. The second level is simple processes that you can improve, optimizing existing workflows. But I think that the biggest advantage is when you can optimize and build and re-engineer entire big systems. And this is where the advantage lies. Applications in very big systems, lots of data, lots of people, lots of technology, lots of processes. This is the natural strength of India, orchestrating that. And this is, I think, where we are sort of at this pivotal moment for the country.
If we think for brand to be used by AI, how much it is effective in today's world?
And this will be my conversation in a few days here or tomorrow. The AI is changing fundamentally how the internet works. Okay. And internet, I say, is very important because $4 or £4 out of 5 in the UK is spent on the internet today. Branding takes place in the internet. Same in the USA, most probably also here. And what happens is AI changes that world from a world of, I call it attention, where the currency is attention, and you build a brand through perceptions, to AI or to a currency of intent. Right. Where through data, through interactions, and I wrote a book on that in the year 2020, when I was last time connected to Brand Conclave, and I showed how this creates new business models and how this changes fundamentally the way brands are working.
If we go back to 2020, like you said, your book, so you have stressed on the demand-centric growth model.
Yes.
At times. So how do you see that, coming in as a juxtaposition with AI?
Yeah.
Firstly.
Yeah.
And secondly, as per your previous sessions, relevance is more important than differentiation. So,
yes.
What do you think that AI will help in terms of brands competing with each other?
Yes. It's fundamentally the old model, let's say, or the traditional or the conventional model is about awareness or attention, consideration, and then purchase. And you're dragging a consumer through first getting consumers aware about your product or your brand, and then you go through consideration and purchase at the customer journey. That is how brand has enabled businesses over the years, to get recognized. What is new is that now through AI, it's not about the demand-driven growth model of starting with getting awareness is now changing, and the change is that now you're not trying to go and convince consumers to just know you. AI is actually detecting at where you are in your consideration process, in your purchase process. AI detects intent in the moment. When I'm traveling, when I'm booking my flight, AI, for example, I'm booking a flight to India, AI knows that I would like buy certain electronics that I will use when I am here. Tracking consumer behavior. So that is fundamentally changing the demand-driven growth model. Regarding your question on relevance versus differentiation, to me, differentiation is important. However, before you're different, you need to be relevant. You need to qualify. Do you really matter? Are you really considered? And in the AI world, relevance means that for a particular problem, a challenge I have, I want to order pizza. Am I even considered? And that means relevance. Number 2, am I recognized? Is my brand being recognized? And number 3, am I different? Am I chosen, actually, among those things that are relevant? So to me, it's almost like a pyramid. Relevance is fundamental. Relevance, and by relevance, I mean how relevant are you in many consumer context, in many usage contexts, or in a business world. How relevant are you, let's say, as an IT provider in terms of HR solutions, in terms of financial solutions, and so forth. So relevance within episodes and moments and the life of consumers. That's what really matters, number one, as I said already so many years ago. And on the top of that comes distinctiveness. Are you distinctive? Are you actually recognized? And number three is, are you chosen because you are different? Those are the three things.
Do you think in value creation, AI will help us?
To me, as I think about this, is that until today, we have really only talked about productivity improvements. And I think we need to stop with this mindset of yes, we can improve the newsroom, yes, we can improve our daily work. That's at the productivity level. Value creation takes place at a much higher level. And this is, I think, where AI plays a really significant role. And that requires a rethink of yes, we just sort of like save costs. AI is useful here and there. This is where we are right now. But I think in the years to come, AI is going to be a huge competitive advantage, which is value creation. One of the simple things is that in the world of intent, in the world that I describe, in the world of where AI recognizes the challenges you have and then provides you with a potential solution, the customer journey collapses, and your value is not in pushing a consumer through a customer journey. Your value is solving a particular problem and outcome where value is created. So there are new ways of new business models that will help in terms of value creation. I don't want to be paid for a better campaign. I want to be, let's say I'm an advertising agency, I am being paid for the better outcome. And that's where value creation takes place. So a lot of the AI will enable this value creation take place in a much more tangible way.
Which Indian sectors, in your view, will be ahead of the curve in terms of AI-led innovation? And even in terms of the world, which will be one of the most leading industries by 2030? What do you feel?
I think we are, I started my comment where I said India is the backbone or manages the backbone. I think that Indian sectors where it is necessary to orchestrate processes, systems, people, and managing that, and not only managing it also, or optimizing it, but orchestrating that entire system. I think those are where India is going to be leading in the next years to come. And by that I mean things like, and the positive thing is that these are the sectors which are the dominant sectors in the global industry. In the global economy, if you will. Let's say finance, very complex systems. India has the advantage of not only having a large consumer base, but also is tapped into the global economy, perhaps invisible, but that's good. You know, you don't necessarily have to always stand out. You need to fit in. And I think India has this particular advantage of fitting into the world economy, even seamlessly, and that's sort of a big advantage. So finance, any of the major sector that has a significant impact, healthcare, education, See, this is very different from the earlier revolution. If you think of the internet 25 years ago, e-commerce was the primary advantage, you know, like with Amazon or Google's Google building, if you will, the advertising world, or the media industries alone. Today, the industries and sectors that win through AI are those sectors like finance, like healthcare, like energy, like education. I think where India's advantage really looms very large.
Just now you have told, while giving the answer, India is a country which suits with today's new economy. That means you want to say that India is ready to suit with world economy too?
The world economy, yeah. I think that clearly there is an advantage for many of the industries in India. You know, the e-commerce is going to be very big. It's impressive, the development that took place. And yes, there is an advantage. An advantage of the large population, but I think there is something much bigger than that. And what is much bigger is that India could be. See, here's the thing, my opinion. When it comes to the market here, to the large market, there is an advantage in terms of being innovative and being an innovator with new let's say e-commerce solution, you know, solving financial challenges, solving educational challenges. AI makes it possible for India, with all the diversity of languages and the cultures, actually to integrate seamlessly and operate on one language, if you will, you know, that is enabled by AI, because you know no longer need translation. That is very clear. There is an advantage. But much more important is the role that India can play in the global economy. Because in the global economy, it is not about being the most innovative. I don't think India should compete on being the most innovative. Leave this to Apple. Okay. Leave this to other companies in Korea, in South Korea for that matter. If you want to be, or if you want to be the cheapest, leave this to China. If you want to build a very large business globally, a presence, you're not looking at margin, you're looking at owning the orchestration of the global operating system. That to me is the advantage. And you already, as India, have an advantage there, because you already have shown the capability of orchestration. That's the advantage, not innovation. Innovation is sexy, but you don't want to be where sexy is. You know, you want to be where the money is, and where the competitive advantage and the margin lie for the growth of the economy, the global economy.